Hey everybody.
Hi guys. Gosh, we've got a lot to talk about today.
We do, yeah. It's middle of fall. Well, Halloween today that we're filming this.
Yes.
And
There will be no Halloween content, however.
no, uncharacteristically warm here. It's like 24 degrees
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
I was working in shorts.
I wanted to put this sweatshirt on to show it.
We promised
but I'm
to keep
hot.
it. Yeah. Luckily, I have a t-shirt version that we used as I just grabbed an old t-shirt to test out the screen.
Yeah.
This is something we're going to talk about.
Yes.
It's part of our design for our gift bundle.
Yeah. So, okay, today on the agenda, gift bundles, sweatshirts, advents, shop news.
Basically, everything we've been working on this fall up to Christmas, right?
Yeah,
Essentially.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is the end of 2024. This
Yeah.
is what we've got. Okay, so let's start with the sweatshirts because you can see them, we're wearing them, that's it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Super
so
excited.
do you want to hold the other sweatshirt
I
up?
will, yeah.
So these sweatshirts were designed and screen printed by yours truly.
That's right.
I told him the theme for this whole thing is cozy vibes.
Yeah.
Cozy.
Yeah.
And this is what, Kat's was your idea.
It was my idea. I was trying to think of the coziest imagery I could find, and it's kind of like
It's cats.
you drinking tea or coffee, knitting on the sofa with some cats around you. That's pretty cozy.
That's
to me.
cozy.
Yeah, that's what it means around
Find
here.
me a cozier scene.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. So we have two sweatshirt options. Chris was just holding up a gray hoodie,
Gray Gildan hoodie.
and I am wearing a sand crew neck.
Yeah, Gildan as well.
So we've got the crew neck and we've got the hoodie option.
We
yeah,
picked those
choose
for
your
a reason.
preference.
We tried a bunch of things, and
Yeah.
there was longer, thinner ones, different weights, and it's like I feel like they both have like a cozy, boxier feel.
They both.
And-
So I'll say, I'm a big fan of this particular crew neck,
Yeah.
and since my name is Tanis and it's Tanis Fiber Arts, I get my crew neck.
Yeah, that's right.
I love this crew neck. It's the same crew neck shape as our embroidered knit sweatshirts, navy blue sweatshirts that we did 2 years ago.
Right.
I like this style. That's it. That's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say about that. So I got the crew neck in this sand because we knew we wanted the burgundy color for the printing. And so I wanted the crew neck in sand, and then but I know you guys all love hoodies. Everybody loves a hoodie.
You cannot go wrong with a gray hoodie with
Yeah.
maroon print. So.
And I wanted the hoodie to be we wanted the same color printing, but we wanted a different color hoodie to give people an option,
Yeah.
more than one option. Both are size inclusive. And so pick
I've been
your
wearing mine
preference.
since we printed it.
Oh, and just to say, we wanted to say why we chose that hoodie in particular. First of all, again, it's a really comfortable and familiar fit.
That's it.
There's another hoodie that we tried that Chris really liked.
I loved it, and I was like, "Hey, look, the sleeves fit."
Chris was like, "This hoodie is perfect," and I'm like, "This hoodie is perfect if you're a 6'3" man."
Yeah.
Guess what? That's not the majority of my customers.
Yeah, so-
The proportions of this other hoodie that we tried were just kind of long and slim and sort of, I found a bit awkward to wear.
I think
So-
on a lot of people they would have hit like mid hip or something, It
So we
just-
went with
yeah.
the classic.
Yeah.
Also, they were sized quite large. Like, you wore a size smaller than you usually wear.
And this particular one didn't have the smaller and bigger sizes, so
No, it did, but the smaller sizes were big.
Okay.
Anyway, long story short, we thought about it a lot, guys, and you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
So hold up the gray one again, just
Yeah.
for our final sweatshirt option thing. Gray hoodie.
This one, I think this is in an extra small, I believe, which might end up being Rowan's, but we wanted to test a small size.
We wanted
and
to
then
make
a
sure,
bigger
yeah.
one. I think we did this in a large.
Yeah.
Just to make sure everything fits and lines up. Came out super cute.
Yeah.
One color, very simple.
I wear a small in both. I'm wearing the extra small in the pictures. I can wear it. It depends on you know how you like your sweatshirts to fit. I like them to be a bit.
Little room to move in there.
I like to be able to dance in my
Yeah.
sweatshirts. But I do like it for layering under like a jean jacket.
Sure.
Anyways, those are the sweatshirts. They're all going to be made to order. Everything that we're going to be talking about today, I won't repeat it all every single time, but they're all going to ship before the holiday deadline.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing. That's the sweatshirts. Now let's talk gift bundle.
Okay, let's do it.
Staying with the cozy vibe, we've got a tote bag.
This is just a light little tote, nice for a grocery run or, You know, you could throw some yarn in there.
You could. You could. I brought it to the library yesterday with the kids to carry our books. It's a very lightweight tote, okay, guys? Like,
no zipper, no pockets, just super
it's a
straightforward,
simple,
very cute.
And I just want to be clear. I'm sorry, Chris. I don't want to undersell it, but we've priced it as a lightweight tote.
Yeah.
It's not like a thick canvas expensive tote. We wanted to try and keep the price reasonable. Like the Advents are our most expensive because they contain the most yarn and the most stuff. And then the gift bundles are the next price point, and then the sweatshirts are just under. And then we've got, obviously, there's yarn. There's all kinds of stuff on our site. But we're
it adds
trying
up
to
quick
sort
when
of,
you're putting it together, and
Yeah.
it's a big part of when we're considering what goes in and what doesn't.
Yeah, you don't
make
want it to be
accessible,
prohibitive,
you know?
and I did not want to include a $40 tote.
Right.
This is like a $10 tote.
Yeah.
Anyway, so beautiful. Does the job, guys. It's a nice tote that you can carry whatever you want in, and it's got the same cozy gets vibe. In the tote, you will find also a cozy mug.
Instant favorite around here.
Yeah.
Kids love it. I love it.
So it's got obviously the same design. It says Tannis Fiber Arts on the other side. So beautiful mug, dishwasher safe, microwave safe. Lesson learned. Years ago, I got these beautiful TFA star mugs that were not dishwasher safe.
We didn't check, and it was some kind of applied on sticker or decal or something.
I was very disappointed when
Yeah.
mine washed off in the dishwasher because I'm dishwashering.
This one's going on like close to a month of daily washing. It's
Yeah, no worries.
holding up great.
The candle.
Beautiful
back there.
candle, yeah.
A candle that kind of set the tone, actually. I think that this may have been one of the first things that we got for this.
We kind of centered around
Yeah,
that, like in deciding that it was cozy. Even
Like-
the picking maroon as a touch point
Yes.
kind of came from.
Because, I mean, this is obviously amber, like brown. We chose not to choose brown as our touch point.
Brown is less cozy.
We
warmed
it
it
up with maroon, yeah, with like a burgundy. But this is, I spoke about these in another video. I got my first Shy Wolf candle this summer, and I now own 4 different scents, and I love them all. 3 of them I have ordered. Smell unscented.
Yeah.
Sight unseen, but for scent, odor
That works.
Okay, and they're all great. I love,
Yeah.
like, I think that, they just really know about scent, and they're all delicious and lovely.
Great levels. It's like not overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
Or...
So this one is their cider scent. It says ripe apple, clove, and nutmeg, and so this is.
I mean, if that doesn't say fall, winter, what does?
Yeah. And they burn so beautifully. They're soy candles, soy wax, and you can see I've had this one burning for hours and hours, and you see how it's so evenly burning around the edge. It doesn't like collect on the sides and then just burn a hole down the center like cheaper candles do. I'm a big fan, and so we've got this lovely candle included to really set the tone for your knitting.
Candle, mug, tote bag, notebook.
A nice ruled notebook. See, I actually use it for my notes. 200 pages of inspiration in here, ready for you to fill up with your hopes and dreams.
Yep.
So a nice notebook, calendar. As always, we've been doing this calendar since 2015. This will be our 10th calendar.
10th calendar. They're always like Tan's beautiful yarn photos, and we've got her family and mine, both of them.
Sorry.
That's fine.
This-
Everybody loves getting these for Christmas.
Yeah,
You kind of can't get away with not giving them to certain people.
Yeah. I'm showing you these like it's relevant. This is not this year's calendar. This is an example of a calendar. This is from 2021. Because I don't have the 2025 calendars back from the printer yet. But like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be these vibes. It's gonna be yarny.
You know what you're getting.
It's gonna be yarn pictures, and you're gonna love it. Okay, and then last but not least, in the tote bag gift bundle is the yarn. The yarn is called Spiced Cider. This is the colorway on our Purple Label Cashmere Silk. Not silk. Purple Label Cashmere Sock yarn. It's a merino cashmere nylon blend.
Haven't worked with it for a while, and it was so nice to get it back out.
Yeah, it is squishy. It is soft. It is great for baby knits, for shawls, for hats, for anything. And I'm holding up 2 skeins just to show you,
Some variation in them, yeah.
But the default is 1 skein comes in the gift bundle, but you can add a second skein if you want.
Yeah.
If you need to add more than 1 additional skein,
You can
just
add as many as
as
you
many
like.
as
Just
you
let
want.
us know.
Just send me an email. And I have an example here of what it looks like knit up. upside down. This is what it looks like knit up.
Super nice. Is that a Sophie scarf?
For all intents and purposes, it is. I don't have the pattern. Like, I can just knit this without a pattern. It's just a garter stitch scarf. I increased every 6th row. I believe the Sophie scarf has a different increase rate. I think it's
So
thinner.
skinnier yours.
No, I think mine's wider.
Okay.
I think that the Sophie scarf is increased at a slower. I actually don't know. I don't know the pattern, but it looks really similar.
Yeah. Classic
There's a-
scarf.
There's a bunch of free patterns for
It's
this
the
exact
second
style.
time you've knocked me in the face
I'm sorry.
during this episode.
I'm excited, but look, like the scarf with the sweater.
Pretty nice.
It's like it was
Pretty nice.
thought out.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's
Yeah, you'd think there was some planning here.
organized. So yeah, so I knit this with a single skein. I actually can't recommend this type of long skinny garter stitch scarf enough for gifting because it's so easy to maintain.
You gave one to my mom.
I did. I had another one that I knit a couple years ago that I gave to Chris's mom for her birthday because she's not a knitter. She doesn't have blocking wires and she doesn't, like if you give, I just find it's really easy for her to wear and to,
Maintain.
yeah, I'm saying maintain, like they require a lot of maintenance. I just think that like a really elaborate shawl that requires blocking, if to wash or to kind of reshape I would do it for her, of
That's
course.
tougher for
but
a non-knitter, I think.
This
for
is
sure.
just easy.
Yeah.
Really, really easy for a non-knitter to gift. It's a perfect, and you use every last inch of yarn because you just increase until you've used half your yarn and then decrease until you're done, and that's
Right.
it. So that's the gift bundle. Should we hold everything up?
There's a little sticker too.
Oh, there's
Throw
a sticker.
that in there.
There's a
little
sticker.
Coffee cup.
Yeah. I haven't included that in any of the imagery. I forgot. It's a bonus.
Well, it's a tiny little.
Yeah. So can you like manage to hold stuff or no?
Everything.
I don't know if you can hold everything.
Candle, mug.
The notebook stuff.
Oh, jeez. I was not informed that this was going to be part of it.
Such a holding. Here,
Holding
I can
stuff
hold
is
something.
not my forte.
Really? I
Yours
would think
either.
it was.
No, carrying stuff is.
Okay, so that's it. That's the gift bundle, guys. They will be available for the entire month of November. Everything that we're talking about today, did I already say this?
No.
Everything we're talking about today is going to be made to order. Obviously, we've got some back stock already. Like, don't be too concerned that we haven't given of ourselves enough time. We have. We're organized. We know what's going on. And we'll be shipping in time for holiday gifting. But, like, this is what we're working on for the month of November.
Yeah.
Is
that's
that
right.
clear?
I think that's
It's
pretty
a pre-order.
clear.
It's a pre-order.
Yeah.
There you go. Made to order. Everything we made to order. So that's the gift bundle. Next.
Get yours and they will ship first week of December.
There you go.
Get them to you by Christmas for sure.
We'll get them to you by Christmas. They might ship earlier but I intend to leave the listing open until the end of November.
Yeah.
So people can order them for the whole month. So it's only really people who order at the end of the month that will be shipping like
At the last.
right at the last, like at the beginning of December type thing. So then we already talked about our sweatshirts.
Yeah.
And now the last thing I want to talk about is the Advent.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
I call them 12 days of minis,
Mm-hmm.
which is misleading because there are 12 minis, but then there's a full skein. So it's
Yeah.
actually 12 days of minis and 1 day of full skein.
One regular size day, 12 minis.
Which is why we just call it an Advent, because it makes it easier. But an Advent, I guess you would think is 24. It's like we try to make it easier, but we don't.
Hey, it's a bunch of yarn.
It's a bunch of yarn for you. And I don't have anything to show you because it's a mystery, right? What I am going to show you is some stuff that I made with last year's Advent. So the Advent is 12 mini skeins. Our mini skeins are 25 grams, which is about 95 yards of yarn per color. And the full skein is 440 yards. So you get a ton of yardage that you can make so many projects with. Last year I made 2 pairs of socks, a hat with the yarn held double, and a sweater.
Yeah.
Well, a sweater yoke. I knit a crazy heart sweater with the yoke all using the Advent held double, and then I used a main color for the body. So
There will be a mood board, and we use that as a very clear reference.
yeah, the mood board
if you
is
like
already
the
on the
colors
website.
in the mood board, that's kind of, you'll have a great idea of what you're getting.
The mood board is on the website already, so you can sense the vibe. Do you want to grab the hat? So this is just to show you from last year. These are not the colors for this year, but it's just sort of to give you an idea. Picture this and a sweater. And that's like kind of the amount of stuff that you can get out of one. I think I still had a little bit of yarn left over, but not a ton. I did use the majority of the yarn.
I was super happy with this.
Yeah, this was a fun one. This year's will be different. And if you go on the mood board, if you go on the website and you see the mood board, you'll see there's more green this year.
Yeah, we've changed the look.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
You're not getting the same thing. So if you got it last year, there will be no overlap. There's also no overlap with the gift bundle.
No, that's right.
We're trying to keep it all, and what do I have to say about that? The only thing I wanted to add about that, so the thing is a mystery. You can open it however you choose to open it.
Mm-hmm.
Once a day for 12 days. All at
Within
once.
5 minutes when it arrives, then you can put it
the
back
second
and
you-
pretend you didn't do that.
You do whatever you want, but keep it a mystery for those, online.
Right.
That's pretty common Advent protocol. I will be the way that we work. We die in batches, right? So if we die an odd number, if we sell an odd number of Advents, there will be extras left over at the end because we have to die in batches of certain amounts.
Yeah.
And so I'll be listing the Advents on the 26th on the website, any extras that we have, with an image, with the reveal. So if a mystery Advent isn't something that appeals to you because you want to know what you're buying, you can wait until the 26th and you might be able to grab one then because we'll have some extras listed, revealed.
Really depends what you're into.
Yeah,
we got
totally.
you covered either way.
I know that some people really like the mystery aspect, like that, the surprise, the gift to themselves, is really fun.
Yeah.
And then I know that other people do not like that.
Right.
Do not want to buy something that they don't know. And the other thing I like about that is that I've always struggled with the mystery aspect. That once it starts to get revealed, that's when I will start getting a lot of questions from people. Where can they buy this? Where can they buy this? Because they're seeing it online and you can't buy it because it's over.
Yeah, that's always kind of
So I'm sort of extending the time that it's available.
Yeah. Same with by the time the things that you've knit with it, you post them, people show excitement and you're like, sorry, those are done.
That was last year's Advent and we're never doing it again. It was one of a kind. And it just feels weird. So
It seems like more ways to enjoy it. You can get it, have it be a surprise for you. You can check it out, and if you like it, get it later when you start seeing people working with it and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I think
whatever suits you.
Part of our thing for this year, and I think in general, but I think we've really honed in on it this year, is to be as sort of accommodating and low pressure as possible.
I think that's a big one. Yeah. We're not trying to. We don't want anyone to feel pressured this year that you got to buy stuff right now or it's gone. We're putting it up now. I hope there's enough for you guys. We're doing our best
to have them available for a long time. It's not like order now where the window's closed. It's also not. So this is the thing, and because I just put this up on Instagram that this is the way that we're doing the website, the things this year. And I think we kind of have. I don't know if we did them differently in the past. I don't remember anything, but we've also got a whole bunch of other inventory that I'm adding to the site at the same time, and the reason for that is so that you can plan your purchase. I know that this year is different than a lot of years. Every year budget's a thing, but this year it feels like purse strings are tighter. Broccoli is $6. We really need to budget. We need to make a plan. And I don't want you to feel like you need to buy something the day that I launch it, and then the next week I launch something else, or I'm like, shop update, now we have this, now this is back in stock, and then you're like, wait, I just bought this, had I known this was going to be available next week, maybe that's what I would have bought.
Yeah.
I hope I'm making that clear. I just wanted to lay everything out, and you can make your plan. You can decide for yourself what you want to buy and how you want to spend your money, and I don't want to, it's a fine balance. It's a weird line to try and straddle as a business owner who needs you to buy my yarn, but also no pressure. So we're just doing what we can. Okay. So having said that, we have Grasslands all behind us. This is our 100% Canadian Grassland sport yarn, which we had an update at the beginning of the month.
It's so good. It's really
We love it so much, and we've restocked it and dyed a whole bunch of new colors, and that is also on the website.
Yeah.
At the same time as the gift bundles and the advents and everything.
I feel like I've really hit my stride with it in terms of knowing what it takes well and what's going to come out and how it's going to showcase it the best. And it's a very versatile yarn, like in terms of taking dye and what looks good in it.
I think we have something like 30 some colors available in it now.
So nice.
I'm so happy with them all. And we've also restocked. We did a pop-up shop last weekend at Espace Tricot, a local yarn shop here in Montreal. And we had dyed a bunch of DK and sock yarn, also mini sock yarn skein sets and DK weight palettes for the pop-up shop. And so all the extra inventory has been added to the site as well. So the shop is really quite full. So like take your time, browse it, pick the things that you want, and there you go.
Yeah.
If you want one of each, be my guest.
Yeah, our plan was to have what we have from now till Christmas, make it available, and not make it a time crunch for people. So yeah, take your time, go through it, buy a ton of it.
So do you know what the thing is? And somebody messaged me on Instagram with this. She said, I can't remember how she phrased it, but the gist of it was like that I think like a customer, not just a seller.
Yeah.
And the truth is, that's 100% accurate.
That's a big compliment.
Because you know who my customers are? People like my sister and my mom.
Yeah.
And so whenever I'm like laying stuff out and trying to figure out how we're going to sort of organize this launch and what we're going to do, I'm like, what would my mom...
How would you shop? What are you looking for?
Yeah, and what would my mom want? And what would my mom call me complaining about?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I try to avoid that. Yeah. So... yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of goes without saying, and I have put it on the website, but if you order something that's a pre-order item with something that's in stock, it'll all ship together when the pre-order item is available. If you need them separate, you'll have to place separate orders for them. I'm always available by email if anything is special.
Yeah,
if you have any special questions.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about, okay, so I think we've really touched on, those are like the key things that we really needed to get across.
Yeah.
The gift bundles, the advents, the sweatshirts, and just that like the whole shop is full. We might be adding, if we're able to, if something sells out, sock yarn sells out, and we have time to dye more sock yarn and add it, like maybe we will.
That's an important clarification. It's not to say that this is 100% the last stuff you can get before Christmas. Like we're still working. We're still doing our best.
Still working every day.
We just wanted to make everything available for gifts.
Yeah, like as much all at once as we could.
Yeah.
And you know what we did want to touch on, because I do sometimes get questions from people. I know we're sort of late in launching all this stuff. I know that there are a lot of hand dyers who will launch their advents in like the spring. Like like people launch months and months ahead of time, and they just organize their business and plan their inventory differently than we do. And I
commendable
to be that organized.
Yeah.
But also for me, it's just a matter of it gives me hives to think of taking hundreds of dollars from somebody for an advent in April and then not delivering a product until December or November or whenever they're going to ship.
We're two people in a house. Like a lot of stuff can happen.
Do you know what? So it happens to me all the time where I realize, oh my gosh, like we had a kid home with an eye infection recently, okay? My work week was shot.
Yeah.
And if I had 6 months ago promised something was going to happen that week, obviously 6 months in advance. This is not to like throw shade at anybody who does it that way.
No, if you can make it work.
If you can make it work, that's all. Yeah, totally. I mean, obviously they're not waiting until the week it's due to do it. So that's probably not the best example, but it did like really disrupt. You just never know what's going to happen 6 months from now. And I think it's just one of the big things is that since we're a couple, we're married. And if something's going on for one of us, it's going on for both of us, right? And so if we cannot, if it's a slow work week for me, it's generally because of a family situation. It's a slow work week for you also.
Do you know what another thing is like for, the mini skeins, for the gift bundle, we kind of go on the vibe of how we're feeling for that season. That's a big thing. That like...
For me...
If Tan came to me early spring and was like, what are you feeling for next Christmas?
I know.
I don't know.
I mean, in fashion and design and like in, a lot of people, predict trends and are able to sort of work that way.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's just not me. Like in the spring.
TFA is vibe based. We go off what we feel.
We are vibe. And it is really hard for me to get super enthusiastic about something that far ahead of time.
Yeah.
Whereas right now, I am very enthused about the stuff that we're offering. And like I like to offer it in the moment, you know?
Sidebar for tennis. As soon as Halloween's done, she's in Christmas mode. So I feel like that's a big part of it, right?
You know, yeah.
You're ready to get less spooky, more cozy.
100%. But if you were like, Tanis, what should we do for like an Easter Advent? I'd be like,
who knows? Yeah.
I don't even know what I would do.
Same.
So I do know what I would do. I love Easter pastels.
Oh yeah, it's always a good excuse for some light blues.
Easter's pretty easy. Never.
Yeah.
That was a bad. Anyway, we're not doing an Easter Advent, so.
We might.
But so that's that, guys. Do we have more that we want to say? Do you know what? So I wanted to say that we did that pop up at Espace Tricot, and it was really fun.
That was really nice. I was there 3 separate times, but not during the day. I was running the kids around to their
Chris was doing our life
parenting stuff.
Yeah, and I was just sitting.
We've had a long relationship with Espace Tricot, like you know, as a local Montreal yarn shop, and it's always super nice to physically be in the spot. It was really nice when we brought the kids to see them looking around, picking the stuff they liked. Rowan was super into some of the yarns.
So you know what's super funny? My middle son, who is 9, knew that we were doing a pop-up shop, that like we were bringing yarn to this shop. He didn't know that it was a yarn shop. Like, I don't know what he thought we were doing. So he walks in, he's like, wow, they really did it. And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't know what he's talking about. He's like, they really made it look like a yarn shop for the day. And he's just like, look, the walls are covered in yarn. He goes, so what do they usually sell here? I'm like, yarn, my kid.
On one hand, we were like, is this kid out of his mind? And then on the other, we were like, oh yeah, like this is what the walls look like in his house. So that just looks like a normal apartment to him, probably.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It was, and you know what they found? You don't know anything about this, but my 2 younger kids immediately were drawn to the emotional support chickens. It's a big thing.
I did not know that. I did know there was 2 cute chickens there.
There's
and
2
the kids
chickens. It's
right
called
away.
an emotional support chicken.
Really? That's adorable.
Yeah. And it's like a big pattern, you know, it's all the
Micah
rage.
and Willow were super into it.
They saw them on the display and they just both like ran over and grabbed them.
Yeah.
Immediately. Loved them. I bought yarn that I will share in an upcoming. I'll probably have
it's looking
FO.
super good.
I'll probably be wearing it in my next thing. And that is what's so exciting about going to a yarn shop. Like, I tried on a ton of samples.
Yeah, I get to see a bunch of, you know, colors and bases that I haven't seen yet.
Books, and you're just like...
Great yarn shop. If you guys are in Montreal, go see Espace Tricot and ADG. Super good.
Yeah, we really liked it. It was a good way to spend the day. And that's it. So I hope this has been informative for you. I hope you got to see... Oh, well, you know what? Can I just say one more thing about grasslands?
Yeah, of course.
We have a whole video about it where we went on and on about it because it's incredibly exciting as Canadian dyers to get Canadian wool to dye. It's not that easy, and I talked about it in the previous episode.
Yeah, from a small farm too, and it's gorgeous.
They're awesome. And I love working with it, and I've got a design in mind.
It's like a hand moisturizer.
You can
feel the lanolin from it.
So this was one of my favorite colors that you dyed. I called it Moonlight.
Nice.
And I feel like I've definitely called something Moonlight
before. Yeah, for sure, yeah.
This is today's Moonlight. It's hard for me, guys. But anyway, I really like this color. But he also dyed some speckles, which you dyed one speckle last time that I just called one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really pretty. And he dyed 2 of our Grand Classiques, Mona Lisa and Crystal, on, I feel like you're not going to see it. They photographed pretty well, but they have speckles. The speckles are not like crisp and fluorescent. Well, they are fluorescent, but they're not. It's really subtle, on this type of a yarn.
But you know what? It spreads them out to about a stitch length, so you're gonna get a cool finished
they're
product.
really pretty. I'm happy with how. And you also dyed. He surprised me with this bad boy, Shadow. My
Old school.
son asked me the other day.
What was the first color TFA ever dyed?
No, it was. What was the first color we ever sold?
Sold.
And my very first Etsy sale ever in 2007 was for Shadow. And here she is.
It's funny, over the years.
It doesn't look, the one that I dyed originally doesn't look like this because it was on superwash sock yarn.
It was superwash, but the
it's light
elements are all
gray
in
with
there.
some little blue zones. It's very pretty. It's going to knit up really nice.
Lord knows we never really moved away from grays and blues.
seriously.
Can't go wrong.
No, it's a winner chicken dinner. I love this color. Yeah, this is back in stock. Okay.
Look at that. Beautiful.
So many mini skeins.
Beautiful.
So much good stuff. So that's it, guys. We'll be back next week. I'll probably, well.
Check out the shop. By the time
Maybe
you
not
see
next
this,
week.
there's going to be a bunch of stuff in it for you.
Thanks for watching.
Take care, guys.
Bye.